Hi traders, and welcome to today's video series, Practical Vedanta and Trading. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the field of experience. As you can see, I've drawn a few pictures over here. It's not the best, I've done my best over here. Got the childlike of me over here. So what do we have? Okay, let me explain. So first, we've got this person, this individual, right? Just like us traders, okay, or anybody, man, woman, whatever it is, it's the person here. And then over here we got the envelope here, and what we are going to refer to them as, the first one, this individual over here, we're going to refer to them as the experiencer, okay, experiencer. And this envelope here, where there's a letter inside, we're going to refer to as the object, okay, just like in here. Alright, now, so how does this field of experience happen? Now, it requires two parties, that's what I've explained, the experiencer and the object. Now, imagine this, you've got a letter for you, but the letter is inside the envelope, you've not opened it yet. Now, if you do not open up the letter and read the contents of the letter, the experience cannot happen. So therefore, until the point where the experiencer and the object actually interacts, no experience can happen. The field of experience cannot happen. So the interaction between the two then will create the emotion. So for example, John, let's say in here, opens up the envelope and reads the content of the envelope that is won a lottery of $1 million. Just immediately this gush of endorphins just go through and he gets so happy and joyful, right? But until he opens the contents, he would not be able to experience that. So in any field of experience, you need these two things to come into play for experience to happen. The experiencer, the individual, and the object. Now, just like the envelope, the object can be replaced, right? It can be replaced by, let's say, a house. So for example, you want to buy a 5-bedroom house, a 3-bedroom house, whatever it is, you got a desire. Once you get it, then the field of experience starts to happen, is it not? Then the joy starts to happen. The same thing for a car. You know, you see a car passing by. Until you see the car, it's probably in a place of non-existence, is it not? So for example, some of you may not know what a Maserati is, or let's say a Lamborghini is. But once you see it, then you might have a field of experience where you may feel that you want to get that car. The field of experience is starting to happen. Now, how is then this related to trading, right? Because some of you may already figured it out already. As you know, this over Chelsea bar, which creates so much emotion in us, can be also known as the object here, right? And until we see and open up our charts, that experience of fear and greed cannot happen, right? So for example, some of you end of day traders, where you place your trade 15 minutes a day, at the end of the evening, and then you let it run overnight until you switch on your computer the next day, until you can see whether it's gone up or not, if you're in profit or not. You cannot have the experience, right? If it's retracing back to your stop loss, the fear will start to happen. If it's going towards your target, joy will start to happen, or maybe greed will take over and you want to place your target even further. But the point is, without the interaction, the experience cannot happen. Now, knowing this, of course, can be beneficial. As an end-of-day traders, that's why we usually tell our traders that when you're doing end-of-day trading positions, do not look at them during the day when you're at work or when you are on holiday. Don't look at it during the day, okay? Look at it only in the evening. This keeps you in discipline because the field of experience cannot happen, right? The joy and fear and the greed cannot happen if you do not look at the whole Chelsea bar. So I believe you understand this very important principle, which is universally applicable throughout entire life as well as trading, okay? Now, let me go further. The experiencer and the object, when they interact together, just like all these examples I've given you, just old Chelsea bar, the envelope and all that, three things within us on a subtle level starts to happen. One, to the body you start to become, you perceive, right? You perceive the old Chelsea bar, right? Through your senses, your sight, touch, smell, hear, taste, especially sight in terms of trading. And then feeler, right? You start to feel the emotions, joy, fear, greed. And then the thinker in terms of hey, it's retracing to my stop loss, but I should follow my plan as taught by, Tiru and Rishi, Master of the Market Traders Base Camp. We should follow our plan, should be disciplined, because cumulatively it will make the profits, right? So the thinker will start to come in. Now, as we all know, and as we discussed in our previous videos of practical Vedanta and trading, is that when there's a conflict between the feeler and the thinker, and that's when the conflict starts to happen, and you start to do things that you're not meant to do, right? And then we feel regretful after that. Now, this is very important as well, the perceiver, right? Because if you do not switch on the chart, you cannot perceive it. If you do not perceive it, the experience of emotions and intellectual thoughts cannot come. The feeler and thinker cannot be activated, right? So, always to remember, when the two interact, that's when you get perceiver, feeler, thinker coming in. This is very similar to distractions in your everyday life as well, in terms of trading as well. When you are trading, just be focused on your trade setup. Don't look at other things which may activate the perceiver, feeler, thinker and make you do things that you're not meant to do, okay? So, this thing is important. And when you align these three things, this perceiver, the feeler and the thinker, which is the body, the mind, emotions, and the intellect, which is the thoughts of discrimination, logic and reasoning, when you align them, and that's when we get optimal trading performance. Okay, that's when you are in the zone, and that's when the field of pure potentiality is there, and when you can trade at peak performance. I wish you've enjoyed this video. Just take some time to really digest this and use this in your trading and also in life as well. Till the next time, as we always say, stay disciplined, follow your trading plan, and keep trading like a master.